Jobs report this morning. One state already has some good news on the jobs front. Illinois Governor Pat Quinn announced that Chrysler is going to bring 1,800 new manufacturing jobs to its plant in Belvidere, Illinois. And the news couldn't come at a better time for the struggling state. Illinois' unemployment rate, 9.8%, is the seventh highest in the country. Nationwide, you'll remember that rate is 8.5%. So Governor Pat Quinn joins us from Chicago this morning. Nice to see you, sir. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate your time. When you look at the sort of the progress you've made in adding jobs, the state's added almost 100,000 jobs since January of last year. 12,000, though, only 12,000 have been in manufacturing. I'm going to assume that many of those jobs that have been added in food service. What's the strategy for more manufacturing jobs?
20,000 jobs in manufacturing since January of 2010, and 1,800 yesterday with the great news from Chrysler. They're going to build a new Dodge Dart, a 21st century Dodge Dart. You know, when I got sworn in 3 years ago, Chrysler had 200 workers in Belvidere. This summer, they're going to have 4,200, and they're all United Auto Workers, great union, and we had the CEO from Chrysler with us yesterday, Sergio Marchioni, and we really look forward to a great car. It's a family car. It's roomy. It's safe.
You're already doing ads for the car, sir. I want one. Suddenly I want to go buy one. Listen, let me ask you seriously. There is a cost to these 1,800 jobs. You're giving tax credits over 10 years, and I think it's just over $53 million in tax credits, training funds, grants, incentives, things like that. How do you calculate if that cost is worth it? It's like $60 million over 10 years for 1,800 jobs.
Well, it's a great investment that pays tremendous dividends. Chrysler alone invested $700 million in refurbishing the plant. There was 700,000 hours of construction activity for our tradesmen. And then there's all these suppliers. We have many, many auto suppliers in Illinois, not only for Chrysler, but also we have a huge Ford plant. When I became governor, there was one shift at Ford. Now there's 3 shifts at Ford. There'll be 3 shifts at Chrysler. And Mitsubishi is also in our state, and we're a great auto-making state, and that's part of America. That's what our president did. He rescued the auto industry, and now we're roaring back.
Governor, I'm Krista Freeland from Reuters. What does you've just been talking now about the big auto rescue, which was controversial at the time. Mitt Romney was publicly opposed to it. Are you saying now that you think that was a good idea, and that sort of big government intervention in the economy has been proven to work?
It was a rescue operation by President Barack Obama from the state of Illinois, and he understands how important it is to have a job. I looked in the faces of all those auto workers yesterday when I was there. They're hardworking men and women. They believe in hard work, and they deserve a decent chance, and they're tremendously skilled. In talking to the CEO of Chrysler, he said one of the reasons they picked Illinois and our Belvidere plant is because of the skill of the workers. And I think it's important not to lose track of the fact that it's made in America, made in Illinois. Those are my favorite words.
Good morning, Governor. This is Baratunde Thurston, Jack and Jill Politics. And I wanted to know, what's the plan to sustain this job growth and to make sure that the jobs actually stay around? Auto can be such a cyclical sort of industry with furloughs and then back on time and then back off time. And what is your plan and what is your hope, at least, to make sure that this keeps going in the right direction? And congratulations on having that direction so far.
Well, thank you. But I think basically we have to understand that 70% of the American economy is consumer demand. And we need to make sure that folks have the income in their pockets to buy cars. A lot of folks, their cars may be 5 or 6 years old. And buying a new Dodge Dart, a family car that's safe and sound, and it really is a good place. It has 40 miles a gallon. And
Chief Marketing Officer.
I told him yesterday we're going to sell 3 million of these vehicles.
And you've already sold a bunch of them. Governor, we are out of time, so I'm going to have to stop you there before you get to that answer. We're going to keep talking, though, about manufacturing, and we'd love to have you back, obviously. We appreciate your time this morning. Thank you, sir.
If you're a manufacturer, come to Illinois.
And buy the Dodge Dart is what he's saying.
I see him on the street corner.
40 miles per gallon is what he's saying.
Really